Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
can you just tell me about yourself so that we can go ahead?
Yeah, sure. Like, I'm having around 6 years experience in software testing, and I work on both manual and automation testing. And I'm having a good knowledge in software test lifecycle. In automation testing, I am having around 2 years experience.
Okay.
I worked on Selenium WebDriver with Java, and I'm having a knowledge on multiple framework like TestNG, Cucumber, and Pegasus models. And
Okay.
in test management tools, like I usually use Jira and HPALM and VSTS. And I'm having a knowledge on multiple domains like healthcare, energy and utilities, MANLog, and all. And I'm having a basic knowledge about API and database testing.
Okay.
That's it from my end.
So do you have any knowledge on CI/CD? Like, have you used
And
Jenkins or something?
yeah, yes, like in the project they are using CI/CD or like a CI/CD thing, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And like we are using Jenkins, but those things will be done by our DevOps teams. They schedule a job, so they usually used to schedule a job on a particular time. Then we used to get a mail
Okay. So
regarding the report and all.
yeah. So if you have to change your configuration, suppose, so I mean that request also you ask for the DevOps team, or you go to the Jenkins and open the configuration and make the changes.
No, we are not able to do any things over there. They have to do all these things. We are loading our code in our GitHub. Then after that, they have to take care. So we are not involved in anything over there.
Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, no problem. So you mentioned you have 2+ years of experience in automation, right?
Yeah,
And total you have 6 years of experience. I can see in resume.
yeah, yeah.
So can you just tell me one thing, like how your transformation done from the manual testing to the automation, like how you started, working on the automation side and then you picked up automation and doing it from last 2 years.
Yeah, when I start my career, I was very much interested about automation testing.
Okay.
Initially, I have that experience on UFP, so like little bit exposure on that. But I was working with healthcare project. In that, it is mostly manual testing. It is kind of status testing related that will be there.
Okay.
So the manual load will be very high in that healthcare domain. So my focus is fully is on that manual part because I'm handling a team under me. There is a two resources, so I have to handle my team as well. So my fully I was working with the manual testing, but I did not have any scope to work on automation testing. But I usually to learn and work with automation testing. After that, I changed my domain and all. Then I got a different MATLAB energy and utilities domain. There I get a chance to work on automation. So last 2 years I was working with automation.
So right now you are working totally on the automation side, or you have like you are managing both the things like automation and manual as.
Both the things. Yeah,
Okay.
both the things we have.
So okay, yeah, fine. So having 2 years of experience in manual automation testing, I have some questions for you. Okay, so just try to answer me. Like, yeah. So first question I want to ask you is just wanted to know that like what are the challenges you have faced till now? Like you are doing the automation testing. So
Yes,
with
like before.
context to yeah, your automation testing, what all problems you have faced till now?
Yes, like recently I faced with in my web application. We don't have any unique value like ID, players, names. These and all they are not used. Fully it is kind of fully dynamic value they are used. So it is hard to find the expert like using expert for that. So after that they highlighted that issue. Then they developed the application with standard format with by using ID, name, plus like these kind of things. It happen. And one of the application they are using while logging we have to enter the captcha. But in automation perspective we are not able to automate the captcha on that. For that purpose what happened, we asked the developer to fix up the values like what are the things we are entering that should
Okay.
be matchable. It's like after that it is happened then we automate those things.
Okay.
These two things recently faced.
Okay. So
And one
related
more
to
thing like
yeah.
one more thing is like a window-based pop-up. I'm not able to handle in Selenium. I'm not able to handle window-based pop-up. For that, we are not able to perform. With the help of Sikuris, we are able to perform, but we convert those test cases into manual. So we are not on those things. This is the things I came across.
Okay. Yeah, got it. So I want to know that, like, can you just tell me or explain me about what is JDK?
Yeah, JDK is kind of Java thing, Java related Java file. As like it will convert our source code into bytecode.
Okay.
As like why it is happening, it is kind of converting our source code into bytecode and performing some operations related to that. So we can
Okay.
able to compile and run with the help of JDK.
So, so JDK is a platform independent or dependent?
I think it is independent because Java is an open source.
Now, we have JRE as well, right? So, just think about it and let me know, like, what do you think? It is a platform dependent or independent?
I'm not sure about that. I'm not aware about it.
Okay, no problem. So basically, JDK is a platform dependent. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, this is something which you should know. Uh,
Okay, why it is dependent, platform dependent?
yeah, so Java virtual machine is there, right? So this,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so this basically what it does is it basically convert your bytecode and generate the bytecode to the your current operating system what you have. Based on that, it convert that into a bytecode or class code, right? So
Yeah.
basically, yeah. So this JVM is something where we can say that like conversion part is done. So JDK is something, JDK is, we can say that it's a Java development kit. Okay. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
it provides the platform, okay, to run your Java program. Okay. So that is the work of JDK. So it provides different kind of platform to run your entire application. So that work done by the JDK and JVM. What you have told, like it is converting your class file or byte. It is converting your bytecode to class code like that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell me about the differences between interface and abstract?
Yeah, like interface is kind of it is 100% abstract method which is available over there. So which is
Okay.
contain only non-implemented methods.
Okay.
But in abstract it is kind of we can have both implemented and non-implemented methods. The main purpose of interface we are using is like in Java it is not multiple inheritance is not supported. So with the help of interface we can access those things.
Okay.
And we
Yeah, yeah.
we can use interface by the keyword implement. For abstract, if it is a classic abstract, we can use extend, and both the things we can't able to create an instant for both the things.
Okay. So suppose I have three interface and one class. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Mm-hmm.
Java allow me or I mean is Java allow these things like we have a one class and we have a three interfaces and we want to implement all those three interfaces in a single class. So is it possible?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is possible. So that
How?
is the main advantage.
Okay. So can you just give me the syntax like how we can do that?
Yeah, we can mention a class name,
Okay.
implement, the interface name, interface name, interface name. Then these three interfaces will be implemented to our class.
Okay. Also, can we extend the interface? One interface can extend another interface?
Interface cannot be interface can be extended, like say interface can extend,
Okay.
but we cannot extend interface in our class. So we have to implement
Yeah.
our interface into our class.
Perfect. Yeah. Right. Okay. So can you just give me one example uh,
Mhm.
of method overriding and method overloading? Like,
Yeah,
how do we
yeah.
differentiate with both the things?
Yeah, like method overloading and method overriding is a polymorphism concept. Like
Okay.
method overloading is a compile type polymorphism, and
Mm-hmm.
method overriding is a runtime polymorphism. Like
Okay.
method overloading is we have same class name with a different parameter. In method overriding, like a same class name, parameter, everything will be same. The main thing is
Just
like if you are using, yeah.
sorry to interrupt you, but you are mentioning class. So is it a class or method?
Method, sorry, method.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've listened like you are mentioning class over there. Like we have a same
Yeah.
class name, so that's
No. Like I'm going to explain about overriding. If we have a inheritance concept like a base class and a child class, in
okay.
that overriding plays a major role. Like the same class name, say in the super class, we have a method with a parameter. The same method is declared in our child class. Then the overriding will be over there. While creating an object, the child class value will be executed. So
Okay.
this is overriding.
Okay, yeah, got it. So my question is based on the overriding itself. So suppose I have
Mm-hmm.
class A and class B. Okay, class A is a parent class and class B is a child class which is extending the class A, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm writing my class A name, that is A, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
small a, just creating the object of it, equals to new A, okay,
Okay.
and then I'm using that object small a dot. I have a display method in both the classes, like in a parent class A and parent child class B, right? So if I am
Okay.
using a dot display, then which method or which class of the method is called?
Yes, like the method which is available inside the A class will be executed.
Why is it?
Yeah, because it is when we create an object for a class, the method which is having that will be executed. If suppose if you are extending A class with a B class, then if you are creating a B class, then if you want to execute like call a class method, then you have to use a super keyword. Then only you can able to use that super class method.
Okay, so you mean that if I write capital A and small a as an object equals new B class, then if I use a dot display, then which method will be called from which class? Hello?
Or hello, yeah,
Yeah,
like I'm audible. Okay.
yeah. So have you listened my question what I have asked?
No, it's like I get
Okay.
a little noise over there.
Yeah, no problem. So what I'm saying is, so you said like if I have a capital A class and then small a, I am creating object equals new A, right? So you are telling
Yeah,
me you will the display method of class A will be called, right? But if I am
yeah,
writing capital A, small a as an object equals new capital B, I mean the B class, then I'm using a dot display. So basically I'm creating the object of B class. So which method will be called then?
yeah. B class method will be called
Which method?
B class method because you are creating a instance for B class, right? So and the class with the instance will be created. That method will be called.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then can you tell me uh, what is constructor and what are the different types of constructor we have?
Yeah, constructor. The name of the constructor will be same as the name of the class.
Okay.
It will not return any. There is no return type for constructor, and we have two types of constructor. One is like default constructor, another one is a parameter constructor. If you are creating an instance of the class, then the default constructor will call by default.
Okay.
So while we initializing, the constructor will be called.
Okay.
Main purpose is kind of initializing the instance of the class and all. Like it is kind of initializing the instance variables and all.
Okay, fine. Uh, so can you tell me, can you relate me where exactly you have used encapsulation in your framework?
In my framework, recently I did not use encapsulation. Before I was used, encapsulation is kind of like a wrapping of data and items together.
Okay.
We can achieve by using private, like private modifier as well. Previously I was working on where they use like thread local, because they want to run multiple like they want to run in a different thread. In that they use thread local, so they
Okay.
used to declare those things by using private. With the
Okay.
help of public getter and setter method, they return the value and run the program, run the packages in the different like a different thread, like a multiple parallelly build execute.
Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, so I have one question like, so suppose it is related to string question. So suppose I have a string, okay,
Mm-hmm.
string s equals new string, and in double quotes I am passing ABC, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so can you tell me how many number of object it will create over there?
You created only one string, right?
Yeah, I have created string s equals new string, and in double quotes I am passing ABC.
Only one thing, because you are mentioning the double quotes with the content, so only one value will be available over that thing.
Are you sure? Because in a string you have a string constant pool concept as well.
I'm not confident about this. What I said, like you are adding one value ABC to the string, so
Yes.
we have only one item over there.
Yeah, but so you are not sure about it, but let me tell you the answer is you will create two object over there. When you write string s equals new string and you are passing some value, so whenever you are using new keyword, so basically one object will be created and that object will store in a heap memory area. Okay.
Okay.
And also you have in a string you have a concept called string constant pool, SCP. So over there also it will see first of all whether the ABC value is there or not. If it is there, then it will not create. If it is not there, then ABC value will be created in string constant pool as well. So one object is created in string constant pool and another one is created in heap memory area. Okay. So in this way,
Okay.
yeah, two object will be created.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So can you just tell me what is string? Is it a data type, class, or what?
String is a class.
Okay. So what are the functionality it is? I mean, can we modify the string values?
Yeah, we can by using different method which is available on the string, like saying if you want to concatenate, if you want to trim, we can check the value. Many functional which is available inside the string, so we can perform those things.
So are you sure about we can change the value of a string once we create
No,
it?
we can't able to change the value because string is immutable.
Okay.
By using a different method, you
Mm-hmm.
have to declare a new variable. Then only you can able to change. So string is the main thing of string is immutable. You can't able to change the value.
Okay. So, can you just explain or give me one example, a small example, where you can, just give me a little idea about what is immutability is? How can you prove that the string is immutable?
Suppose I declare on a variable
Okay.
I can give a name like. mm,
Yeah, you can give any name, no problem.
Yeah, like if I suppose I want to concat the string,
Okay.
if I declare with the string name equal to some value, then I want to concat with some other value. I
Okay.
can ask able to store the same value into the same name because the same name will be used in somewhere else. So we can't able to store the concat value into the existing variable name. So you have to create a new variable. Then you have to assign the value over there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you need to concat first and then assign the value to the new string, and then
Yeah,
only you can. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Perfect. Perfect. Uh, okay. So let's move to some Selenium questions. Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
what is the difference between is selected, is enabled, is displayed?
Okay. A selected method is used to whether the element is selected or not. Suppose if it is a checkbox, if it is a radio button, we are using is enabled. Is selected means it will be checked, or if it is enabled or like that. For that purpose, we are using is selected. If displayed is to find whether the particular web element is available over the in the web page or not. So for that purpose, we are using is displayed. And
Okay.
one more thing is enable. If suppose the value which is in that web page is hidden or it is visible. So this kind of things, if you want to perform, we can go with it is enable.
Okay. Okay. So can you tell me, suppose you have a drop down, right? And inside that drop down, you need to select the value. Okay, suppose you have a 10 values and you need to select one by one. So how do you perform
Okay.
this automation with the help of drop down? Like,
Yeah, for drop down we can go with the select class. With the help of select class, we can select the value. We have different methods like select by index, select by value, select by visible text. By using these three combinations, with the help of select class, we can select the value for the drop down.
okay, so can you name some methods? I mean, there are multiple ways we can, take the values from the drop down. So do you remember the name of the method, if any?
Yeah, select by this thing like select by index, select by value, select by visible text.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay. Uh, so can you tell me what is the difference between driver.get and driver.navigate.to?
Yeah, driver.get and driver.navigate, both the button used to used to launch. For example, if I give driver.get some URL, it will launch the URL. The same thing will be happen for navigate as well. The only difference is the driver.get, if you are giving, it will wait to the page, the entire page will be load. But if you are using driver.navigate, it will not wait. So it will directly move to the next command. This is the major difference between these two.
Okay. Um, so can you tell me, suppose you have what we can say that you have a window, okay? You have a
Mm-hmm.
two windows and your task is to just switch from one window to another window and perform
Okay.
over there some operation, like you need to enter some value in the what we can say that in a text box. So
Okay. Okay.
and then you have to return back to your first window. So can you just
Okay.
give me a top level view, like how you will perform this?
Yeah, sure. In Selenium, we have a inbuilt method which is available like get window handles. With the help of get window handles, we can store or which are the window which is open in our application. So based on that, we can iterate and we can move to the particular window and do some our operation, and we can came back to our original like a parent window. With the help of window handles, and we can use the driver dot switch dot window and that particular window name. That's it.
Okay. Okay. So do you know about search context? What it is?
Search search context.
Yeah.
I heard of this, but recently I did not use. search context.
You are using,
No.
if you are automating every day, then you are using every, we can say that every 1 hour or 2 hour maybe. Because if you are not using it, then it is, what we can say that you will not be able to locate the element. Do you guess now? How do you locate
Hello?
the elements? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I am able to hear.
Yes,
Like I hear the lot of noise around.
now you are getting it?
Yeah, now I'm able to hear.
Okay. So, do you have any idea on search context?
No.
Okay. So basically, search context is an interface. Okay. So you are using every day. You are automating. You are trying to locate some element. Okay, on a web page. So you are using find element and find elements. So basically,
Yeah.
these are the two methods which belongs to your interface called search context.
Yeah, now I got. Yeah, I'm aware about this.
Yeah, right. No problem. Maybe you are, not able to recall this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So it's an interface basically.
Yeah, these two interface, we have two interface, search context and one more interface. Those two are implemented in our remote web driver class. It is a super class for our things. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And recently I'm not able to recollect that, but I learned about that.
Yes, I know. Yeah, sometime it happens. No problem.
Thank
Okay. So can you just tell me? Suppose you want to refresh the page. So how can you do that?
Okay. We have an option called a refresh.
Okay. So can you tell me a bit of syntax if possible?
Yeah, sure. It's like driver.navigate.refresh. We can give, otherwise we can pass send key, pass key value like key.f5 with key.f5 means it will refresh our page as well.
Okay, fine. So related to that only, so suppose I have web page and I want to scroll down. So how we can do that?
Yeah, with the help of JavaScript executor, we can scroll down.
Okay.
JavaScript executor, JS equal to new JavaScript executor, JS.execute. Inside that, window.scroll by, we have to give XY, x-axis, y-axis. If you want to move X level, then we can specify X. If you want to scroll down, then you have to mention the Y value. So likewise, we can.
Okay, fine. Okay, so let's move to some TestNG questions. So can you just tell me the hierarchy of the TestNG annotations?
Yeah, sure. First we'll start with the before soup, then after that we have before test, then after that we have before class, then data provider. If we have data provider, it will act between before class and before method, then before method, then after that the test, then after that after method, after class, after test, after soup.
So one thing, yeah, you are perfectly right. So one thing I just wanted to confirm. So in between before class and before method, you have a data provider, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, so suppose you want to pass, you have to pass one browser value, okay? So suppose I have one method called launch browser and I am passing the browser value over there. Okay. So can you tell me how externally we can pass the browser value to that particular method? I mean, what are the different ways? If you know. Yeah.
Okay. With the help of Apache POI, we can read the data from Excel sheet to our program, and we can pass through one is like we can pass through parameters as well. And another one is data provider. With the help of data provider also, we can pass value to our program. And
Okay.
one more properties by using the properties files also we can pass our values.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Okay, so what is the importance of testng.xml file?
Yeah, the main purpose is kind of test-ng is for mainly we are using for test execution purpose.
Okay.
So our execution will start from that XML file. So in that we are declaring which are the classes we want to and which group we want to run. If it is a parallel, if it is a sequence, anything we have to specify in our XML file. So execution will start from XML file.
Okay, so how do you run your your automation? So like you are doing manually or some commands or something else you are using it?
Yeah, we usually used to run two-way, one from a testng file, another one is from we using Maven from command prompt as well. We are running our script.
So through Maven, how do you run? Like what are the commands do you use?
Yeah, in Maven we have multiple command use clean, compile, and test and package till test I was work, but I heard about like a package, install, deploy. These and all also available, so I can
Okay.
perform till test. With the help of test, MEN test, that folder name, inside that folder name, I can give MEN test, then it will execute my code in a command prompt. And then otherwise I can run from testng. By using that XML file, I can run.
Okay. So I mean, you are working in an organization, so I believe there are a number of automation script are there, right? So you have
Yeah.
segregated as a automation smoke test or the regression test cases, right?
Yeah.
So suppose I want to run only smoke test and not the regression test, but when you try to run from your from the testng file, testng.xml file, so it is
Mm-hmm.
executing everything, right? But
Yeah. Again, no, that is the concept we are using like grouping. With the help of grouping, we can segregate your test cases.
okay, then if you are segregating it through the grouping, so what all things you are writing in a testng.xml file?
Yeah, there we have to mention our grouping tag, and
Okay.
there you have to mention which group you want to run. Suppose I want to run regression, I have to mention inside the group tag. Then the same way you have to mention that group name, group tag in your test case, in a test annotation as well. Like a group tag name is equal to in the follow bucket it is a regression or it is a smoke testing or anything you have to specify over there. So while we calling, if you are declaring a regression, then the cases which is under regression tag, those will be executed.
Okay. So suppose you have to skip your one of the test case, okay?
Okay.
So how do you do that? I mean, you just want to skip that because that is not yet ready to execute. So what you
Okay.
will do?
Yeah, we can do multiple way. One is like if you give enable is equal to false
Mm-hmm.
for that particular test case, then it will not run. And another one is we have include and exclude. If you give the test case in a exclude, then those test case will be excluded.
Okay. So these two ways, another any ways you know?
And these two way only I did. Anything else?
Yeah, so you have, I mean, TestNG allow you to, throw the skip exceptions and the message. Like you can write your test, and inside your test you can throw a skip exception. So basically, what it will do, it will skip your particular test, and it will come out of that test, and it will execute your next test. So skip
Okay.
exception is there. I mean, you are purposely or forcefully throwing that skip exception. Okay, so that way
Okay.
also you can skip a particular test.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay, so have you heard
Mm-hmm.
about verbose in testng.xml file? VERBOSE.
Yeah. I heard about that. It is kind of what is, Uh, like the output in the console window, what are the comments, what are the things it should be displayed, if you're having some of the exceptions or anything, how many exceptions it will show, those and all will be managed based with the help of verbose.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean the kind of output or the in detail output you want, that will be helpful by doing the verbose. The value it
Yeah,
can be range between 0 to 10 if I'm not wrong.
yeah, correct. And default values like 2, I think so.
I'm not sure about the default value, but maybe it is in between. Maybe it's 4 or 5, but the
Okay,
lower and
okay,
higher values are there. Yeah, no problem.
okay, okay.
So the last question related to TestNG is, so have you worked on priority in TestNG? How the priority works?
And yeah, priority we can assign
Okay,
to our test cases.
let me give you one a class, and in which we have 10 test cases. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
out of 10 test cases, and the method names or the test name is A B C D E, like that we have 10. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah, so what I'm doing here is, let's not take 10 test cases, let's take 5 test cases. So A B C
okay,
D E, so we have A to E, right? And what we are
okay,
doing, we are doing the priority, so I am assigning the priority to E. Priority equals to 1. Okay.
okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
E method having the priority as 1, and then we
Okay,
have a method called A, which is having a priority 5.
okay.
Okay, and then we have a
Mm-hmm.
method BCE, right? BCD,
Okay,
BCD, which is not having any priority.
okay.
So you are clear with the question, right? I mean
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
yeah, A method having the priority equals to 5, and that E method having the priority as 1, and rest B, C, D methods having not any priority assigned from our side. So
Yeah.
what is the execution part? Like what all things first it will execute, and then the other thing.
Okay. Yeah, it's like the method which is not having any priority, that will execute first, because the priority will be executed based on starting from 0. So these three will be executed first. Then
Okay.
the E method will execute it. Then at the final A method will execute.
Okay, so you mean that if we are not assigning any priority, the default value is 0.
Yeah.
Okay, so suppose consider you have a test method and B test method, and both having the priority as equals to 0. So which one execute first?
Then it will check the alphabetic order. Based on that alphabetic order, it will execute.
Okay, okay, yeah, perfect, fine. Uh, okay, so do you know about something related to Cucumber?
Yeah.
Okay, so why we need Cucumber actually?
Yeah, yeah. Kumar, the main purpose is like even non-technical person also able to understand what is going inside our framework. And for that purpose, we are using Cucumber. They created the feature file with the help of
Okay.
Jerkin language, so everyone can understand the code.
So who write feature files?
Yeah, it's like last 1 year before I was working with the Cucumber, so I'm having experience over there.
Okay. So I mean, who is writing? As a tester, you are also you are only writing it, or the BA or the product owner they are writing the Cucumber file. I mean
No,
the,
no, we are. Mm-mm.
I mean they are just mentioning in a requirement section, like these are the givens, these are the when, and these are the then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically you will,
We
yeah, basically you will get some kind of requirement, then only you are converting those things in a feature file, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm asking, like who is creating those feature files?
Yeah, tester, we are creating a test feature file.
Okay. Okay, so you know the Git, right?
Yeah, I was aware about that.
So are you using Bitbucket like GUI based, or you are using Git Bash? So command based.
Yeah, command based on.
So can you tell me, suppose you are joining one of the company and you have set up your everything like the ID and the code, everything you have done, and you have written two test cases, and you need to push those changes to your the repository. So what all steps
Okay.
you will follow? I mean, what all commands you will write to make your local changes to the remote repository?
Okay. Okay. First we have while after once I added those commands in our Eclipse, then after I have to load those things. First I use add. With the help of add command, it will be stored in the start repository. Then after that, add we have to give commit. Then once we give commit, then only it will load into our local repository. Then
Okay.
after it is loaded into local repository, then you have to give push command. So once you give push, then it will be loaded into your remote repository.
Okay. So, suppose, like you want to see, I mean, you have just pushed the changes, right? So you are
Yeah.
committed one time, but I want to see last five commits. What all last five commits are there? So how can you see that? Like the commands?
Yeah, like a one line command will be there. It is say it is something one line. I'm not able to recollect now, but there is a command with a one line. With the help of that one line, you will get what are the command we did, and the respective value will be displayed over there.
Yeah. So basically, you can see with the help of log.
Yeah,
Git,
log one line.
yeah, git log, and then you will be able to see all the like what all commits are there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, so I'm fine with these questions. Okay. So I have to ask something related to sprint, because you have worked on sprint as well, right?
Yeah, I'm expecting for Cucumber question. I did not get any question for Cucumber.
Okay, so I just ask you, okay, related top overview on the Cucumber, but yeah, no problem. Let me ask you some more questions. So can you tell me what is hook?
Yeah, hook. The main purpose is hook is like method, something which is we are using for the we are using multiple times. You are using for multiple test cases. Then the hooks will be using with the help of add before and after method, after annotation. We can declare, like for example, before like launching the URL, then closing the URL with the help of after. So the repeated steps we can cover with the help of this.
Okay. So what is the difference between scenario and scenario outline?
Scenario is kind of if you want to pass a single input, we can go with a scenario. So for
Okay.
scenario outline, if you want to pass multiple inputs to your test cases, then we can go with the scenario outline with the help of example. We have to pass multiple inputs with the help of example.
Okay, so example keyword you want to use if you are using scenario outline.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you also tell me the process? I just want to know. Suppose you have created one login.feature file, right?
Okay.
So after that, what you have to create? Can you tell me just a process so that I can understand like how you are working on the Cucumber side?
Yeah, once you created a feature file, then you have to create a step definition file. So what are the features we mentioned over in our feature file? Those steps will be covered as a function in step definition file. Then
Okay.
after that we have load runner file. So in that runner file we have to mention our glue and then step definition file, location.
So what exactly the glue is?
Glue is kind of representing the location of the step definition file.
Okay, so basically it is referencing to the step definition file.
Yeah.
Okay.
So extension will start from that runner file.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So that, I mean, you want to say only these things like you have a feature file, step definition, and the test runner file, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, okay. So one last question related to Cucumber. So with the help of example keyword, you are able to take some values, right? But if you want to perform, multiple sets of data, where you want to involve the Excel sheet and everything, right? I mean, you have to read the data from the Excel sheet. So how do you map with the Cucumber with the Excel file reading all those things?
Before when you worked with the exam in Cucumber, I usually work with the example only. Then if I want to use Excel sheet data, then I can use TestNG to read the data with the help of data provider. Then I can pass the values over there with, to the step definition file. Likewise, I can perform.
Okay, so can you? I have one question. Like, can you, with the help of Cucumber and Selenium stuff, can like you are able to use with the help of TestNG. So can you use the JUnit as well instead of TestNG?
Yeah, TestNG is a next version of JUnit, so we can able to use. But I'm not having a knowledge about JUnit and all.
Okay, no, I mean, I just want to know, like, we can utilize the JUnit or not. So that's the question. I will not ask you more question on that.
Yeah, we can utilize.
Okay, yeah. So I think I am done with this Cucumber and technical questions. Okay. So do you think you want me to ask some more question related to technical side, or that much is enough? Because what I want to understand, I already understand based on your answers and everything. So yeah.
Okay, if you want to ask me, you can ask.
Okay.
I will be fine with that. Then I have to know my level, whether I was good or a bad. These and all I need from your end.
Okay, so I think, see, mostly your interview will be of a 30-minute or maybe 1 hour, but it will be not a telephonic, it will be a kind of video call, right? So yeah, so that is the first thing. So you have to be a little confident about that, and make sure your network area is good enough, so that your interviewer will not be able to face some problem related to you, like related to network issues and all. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is the first thing. And talking about your experience and a kind of feedback, what I want to give you is just brush up little bit about on the Java side. Okay. Because I have asked based on 2 years of automation experience, right? So that in that way, somewhere you are get confused between the JDK and the JRE stuff, right? So and also the string related questions. And I did not ask you about the collection questions, right? But this,
I was confident with the collections and all. Like
I will try.
I
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I purposely not ask you, because sometimes it happens people don't ask more about the collection, because as a tester you also know that, right? We are not using much in the collection side, right? We are using array list and the set and everything, but yeah, sometime for the 2 years of experience person, this is not a much a kind of a requirement, right? So that's why I just purposely skipped that part. But yeah, I mean, related to your feedback, you just little bit focus on your Java side, okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
and you are very good enough in the Selenium side and the TestNG side, okay, and you also have a confidence in the Cucumber as well, right? So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure about like whenever you give your interview, so you are definitely showing your more than 2+ years of experience. So you can say that I have 3 years or maybe a 4 years of experience as well, because this kind of a set of questions only the people interviewer will ask you. So so you are prepared. What I think of, you are prepared till around 3 to 4 years of experience person for the automation
Okay.
side. Okay. So
Okay.
the only thing is the Java, or only the
Okay.
basics part, nothing else. Because sometimes while preparing for the interview stuff, we are focusing more on the the frequently asked question or the top level or the high concept, but we try to we are not able to cover the basic stuff as well. So sometimes they will ask you to judge you based on your basic stuff.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
And apart from this, you have a Git knowledge as well, so that is also a good thing. So I mean, you are a good candidate for any company who is looking for a perfect automation tester, though who can perform both the things like manual as well as an automation. So
Mhm.
yeah, I am confident, and based on your answers, I can see that you are also more confident on your answers. And you, what I am expecting, as in the sense of answers, you are giving that answers only, because somewhere I have molded the question, modified the question in a different way. Like if I want to run the smoke test or if I want to run the regression test, then how you will do that. So I am not
Mhm.
ask you directly the question related to grouping, but you answered me based on that grouping things, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, you are able to understand what I'm trying to ask you, and then based on
Mhm.
that you are delivered your answers. So yeah, that shows that you have a knowledge, and I mean the good knowledge, and you can perform in the real time interview as well. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
The only thing, last point, focus on string concepts. What we can say that collections questions and basic concepts related to Java, basic stuff only. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yes. Sure.
Yeah. One question I have,
One.
if you want, you can answer
Okay.
me in between. There is no problem for me. Okay.
Yes. Sure.
And this is related to collection. So first of all, no, not a one question but two question. Can you tell me what is the difference between a list and set?
So it's like a list is kind of it, you are able to collect an element. Even it will accept the duplicate value as well,
Okay.
and it will store the element in a sequence order. But
Mm-hmm.
in set, yeah, it's like in set it will not accept duplicate value,
Okay.
and the value which is stored over in set it will not be in a sequence order.
Okay. So suppose you said in a set you don't. I mean the set is not managing the sequence order, right? But the list
Mm-hmm.
is managing it. So
Yeah.
I want to manage the sequence order in a set as well. So how we can do
Mm-hmm.
that?
Hash tree, like tree set will be there. With the help of tree set, we can make it up. As well as with the help of iterator, we can drive the data from the set.
No,
And
we have a we have a separate a class for that. So you can
yeah,
tell me if you know. Otherwise, I will tell you.
okay, okay. With the help of tree set,
No. So
link the hash set.
basically a link the hash set. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, link the hash set. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the thing where you will get the ordered values, whatever you have inserted in a sequence manner. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you are somewhere near about the answers, but yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's only two question I just want to understand because these are the questions sometime the people ask.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just got to know that this question, so I thought to ask you. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sure. One thing I want to highlight, I'm not an automation tester, I'm only a manual tester, but I
Okay.
learned from Google and all. So based on that answer, even I used to work in my own way.
Mm-hmm.
I create a framework and also based on that I answer.